Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a lovely Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust Tuxedo dial, two-tone, domed bezel, much to love. This is reference 116201 in stainless steel and Rolex Ever Rose Gold, and it is a Z serial number, a late Z serial number, so 2007. The watch is 36 millimeters in diameter by 11.8 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 44.2 millimeters, and then if you include the end links of the bracelet, the total distance across the wrist is 45.5 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this lovely watch on my wrist. It has big personality in spite of its compact size. As you can see, my 16 centimeter circumference wrist wears it well. I can imagine this wearing well on a wrist down to 13.5, maybe even 13 centimeters in circumference, and it's low enough and slippery enough in profile with that domed bezel to slide underneath the dress cuff. The bracelet is a handsome piece, a 3-link Oyster, so it's a sports watch bracelet, albeit equipped with a combination of rose and stainless steel. You can see solid end link, solid center link. There's a conforming end piece to blend it better with the flank of the case. We have removable links fixed in place by screws, and you can see those on both sides of the clasp. There's a beak and a hook internally, so when it latches, it actually latches and locks. You need to unlock it and lift the trigger to open it up, so it's a very secure system. Internally polished, you can see there's also an Easy Link 5 millimeter adjustment system built into the clasp that is in or out. 5 millimeters, no need for tools. It's the equivalent of adding or removing one sizable link. There's also 3 divots drilled inside the clasp. You can see one of them right there. You can use your strap tool to change the anchoring point of the bracelet inside the clasp. So that's a third way to fit the watch to your wrist. The case is tapered, handsome, sleek, with a lovely full polish. You can see that it is not a super case. It's the case you'll see on Yachtmasters, Daytonas, Date 8s, and Datejusts. The timepiece includes a twin lock crown in gold, screw-down crown, 100 meters water resistant. You see the 2 dots. That's how you know it is a gold screw-down crown. The watch, of course, uses Rolex's own alloys because Rolex has its own foundry. It makes its own cases, bracelets, and clasps. It makes Ever Rose, rose gold, with a higher percentage of copper than standard rose to make it darker and more intense, and a higher standard of platinum, more, that is, to make the rose gold Ever Rose. It will not fade to yellow over time the way conventional rose gold will. It is Ever Rose thanks to more copper and more platinum. Rolex also makes its own steel, 904L steel, highly anti-corrosive. The main difference between this and 316 is that you don't need to rinse it after exposure to seawater. Sapphire crystal, of course, Cyclops eye magnifier. Then we have a wonderful dial called the Tuxedo dial. It has a raised center section with a rose gold sunburst pattern. We have applique 18-karat Rolex crown as well as indices and matching 18-karat hands at center. There's a white printed railroad track outboard for the seconds and the minutes, and you can see there are little Roman numerals outboard of each hour index. The outer dial is black, and we'll take a quick look at how the watch looks by night. It's a matte black outer dial, and it uses superluminova. This is pre-Rolex Chromolite. Taking a look at the case back, not much to see. Screw down Oyster case back, and it is a Rolex manufactured caliber 3135. Bidirectional automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve. It has hacking seconds and a quick set date. It beats 8 times per second. It has 31 joules. It has a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for shock tolerance, and a handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring that lets the watch keep excellent time in any physical position with respect to gravity. Finally, the movement is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer with all of the standards of precision and endurance that entails. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust.